Did you notice something strange about Jason in Grand Theft Auto 6? Because while everyone is focused on Lucia, Jason might actually be the most dangerous person in the entire story. And the weird part is, Rockstar might have already told us exactly who he is, just not in a way most people noticed. Jason Duval wants an easy life, but somehow everything just keeps getting harder. That's the official line from Rockstar, and at first it sounds simple. Another GTA character trying to make money, survive, and climb out of a bad situation. But the more you look at Jason, the less that explanation holds up. Because Jason didn't just fall into crime, he tried to escape it. Before Vice City, before Lucia, Jason grew up surrounded by grifters, scammers, and criminals. That kind of environment doesn't just shape you, it programs you. You learn how people lie, how they manipulate, how they survive. And eventually, Jason made a choice. He wanted out. So he joined the military. And that's not something you do by accident. That's someone trying to completely reset their life. Structure, discipline, purpose, everything his childhood didn't give him. And for a while, it probably worked. But then something changed. Because Jason ends up right back where he started, only now he's even more dangerous. Now he's in the Leonida Keys, working for drug runners, surrounded by crime again. But this time, he understands it better than ever. And here's where things start to get interesting, because Rockstar doesn't describe this as failure. They say he's doing what he knows best. That line matters because it suggests something uncomfortable. Maybe Jason didn't just fall back into crime, maybe he was always built for it. And this is where the character starts to split into two versions. The version Jason wants to be, and the version he actually is. You can even see it in the trailers. There's a moment where Jason is about to pick up Lucia, and right before he does, he changes his appearance. Short hair, cleaner look, more controlled, more like the military version of himself. That's not random, that's a signal. He's choosing which version of himself to show her, but the real question is that version real? Or is it just another act? Because if you look closely at Jason throughout the trailers, he never looks fully relaxed. Even in moments that should feel normal. On the beach, in the city, with Lucia, there's always something off, like he's thinking ahead, like he's calculating something. And then there's the way he handles weapons. Jason doesn't hold a gun like a typical GTA character. He holds it like someone trained. Controlled stance, finger off the trigger, precise movement, that's military behavior. And if that's true, then Jason isn't just another criminal. He's disciplined, calculated, and potentially far more dangerous than he lets on. But the deeper you go into his character, the more things stop adding up. On one hand, he's running drugs, doing low-level work, taking risks that don't seem worth it. But then suddenly, he's involved in bigger crimes, robberies, higher stakes, bigger moves. That's not a natural progression, that's a shift. And the question is, what caused it? Was it Lucia, or was something already in motion before she even entered the picture? Because Rockstar leaves us with one very specific line. It might be time to try something new. That sounds like ambition, but it could also mean something else. A change in direction, a new plan. And if you've played Rockstar games before, you know that usually doesn't end well. Now, when you bring Lucia into this, everything becomes more complicated. Jason and Lucia aren't just partners, they're tied together. Their story depends on each other. But there's one moment that changes everything. When Lucia says the only way we get through this is by sticking together. And then she says one word: trust. Jason pauses. Just for a second, but it's enough. Because in Rockstar stories, hesitation means something. Suddenly, you're not just watching a love story, you're watching a potential setup. And then there's that scene where they're hugging. At first glance, it looks normal, two people relying on each other. But look closer. Lucia isn't fully there. She's looking away, thinking, and behind Jason's back, she's holding a gun. That's not trust, that's tension. And Jason doesn't look comfortable either. He looks unsure, guarded, like he knows something isn't right but hasn't said it yet. So now you're left with two possibilities. Either Jason is being set up, or Jason is the one setting everything up. Because here's the thing people aren't talking about enough. Jason grew up around manipulators. He understands deception better than most. And if anyone could play both sides, it would be him. There's even the possibility that he's working towards something bigger. Maybe not officially, but connected to something beyond what we see on the surface. His actions don't fully match his situation. He moves too carefully, thinks too far ahead. And when Rockstar writes characters like that, there's usually a reason. Think about their history. Characters who seem loyal but aren't. People hiding something, waiting for the right moment. Jason fits that pattern almost perfectly. But at the same time, there's another way to look at it. Maybe Jason isn't hiding something. Maybe he's just trying to survive in a situation that keeps getting worse. Because at the core of everything, Jason wants an easy life. And everything about his story suggests he's never going to get it. Not with Lucia, not with the people he's involved with, and not with the path he's on. So the real question isn't just who Jason is, it's what he becomes. Because by the end of this story, he's either going to escape the life he's been trapped in, or fully become the person he tried to leave behind. And if Rockstar leans into their usual storytelling, there's a very real chance he loses everything in the process. So now the question is simple. Do you think Jason is actually trying to change, or has he been playing the game the entire time? And more importantly, do you trust him? Because in a story built on crime, loyalty, and survival, trust might be the most dangerous thing of all.